Hello friends, how is it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I am chatting about my October favorites. These are the products, books, music related things that I was loving in the month of October. I have a variety of things to talk about and I'm excited to share them with you. I just always love doing these little recaps, just kind of reflecting on the month and really thinking about the things that stood out to me the most, the things that I was the most excited to use and just experience in general. And I love hearing your thoughts as well. Like if you're loving any of the things that I'm loving, just what are you loving in general? Please, as always, list your favorites from October down below. I feel like October went by so fast, like too fast. Like I'm pretty sure a week got taken out of October and just none of us realized because I blinked and now the month is over. I just simply can't believe it. Before we get into my favorites, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and YouTube shorts by the time this video goes up. I'm honestly obsessed with it. It's like the perfect combination of like grungy glam with a pop of weirdness. It's doing everything to me. Also, as far as my accessories go, I don't know where this choker's from. It's old, and these plugs are Love Kills Boutique. And I guess I can shout out this shirt. This is from the brand Not Your Average Babe. You can use my affiliate code battybean to save on their site. And stay tuned because I actually have another piece to share in my favorites as well. Also, I have hair color on my wrist. Just ignore that. Salon life. Anyways, without further ado, let's just hop in. Get cozy, grab a snack. Let's just chat about some favorites from October. All right, I guess we can start with makeup. That always seems like a great place to start. I honestly don't have the biggest makeup pile. I definitely did try some new stuff over the last month, but I feel like the things that stood out to me the most is smaller. You know, I'm trying not to talk about everything because that's just so redundant, but just my absolute favorite things of the month at least. First of all, I bought this at the tail end of September and it has taken over my life this month. I think it's my new favorite freckle product of all time. It's the Nabla Freckle Marker. It's so good. I've had my eye on this for a hot minute and I'm so glad I finally snagged it. I mostly snagged it just because I was running really low on my Freck and I've made it a rule to only buy Freck during the Sephora sale because that's the best way to get the best bang for your buck. But it was running really low and I didn't want to buy it without the sale. And now the sale's about to be happening. It might already be going on by the time this video goes up. But at the time a month ago, it wasn't happening yet and I needed something. So I snagged this because I needed to make an Ulta order anyway. It just looks like this. It's this little like felt tip pen. You just dot it around and then pat it out like with your finger or a sponge. There's just something about the consistency of this that I really, really enjoy. I really like the wand, how it's more of a firmer felt tip rather than like a flimsy brush, because sometimes the brush on the Freck one, like especially if there's very little product left in the cap, it can kind of bend weird. It's been my favorite for years, but this one really might have like stolen the show. Like I don't think I'm gonna buy another Freck at the Sephora sale that's happening like as I speak because I'm very content with this one right now. So this was an unexpected favorite and I'm very happy that I love it as much as I do. Next up, Lethal Cosmetics came out with cake liners and I am loving these. I'm wearing one of them right now. Most of these are like duo, like split pan, and then there's also a black and white. I'm wearing this weird green right here. These are really, really good. I feel like they apply really nicely. I'm pretty sure all of these, if not most of these, are UV reactive as well, which doesn't really mean anything to me because I'm not really going places with black lights, but if that means something to you, here they are. But I think these colors are really cool. We have a really good mixture of like kind of deeper, grungier shades, but also just really bright fluorescent shades. I've used quite a few of these over the last month and I'm gonna continue to do so. Alongside the liners, they also came out with these Catalyst drops. Now, normally with cake liners, you can just mix some water in. With these, you can still just mix some water in. Use your little brush, get a consistency that you like, but they came out with this that you don't need to like go fetch some water. This can just sit on your little makeup desk. You just take it and do one little drop into the liner like that, and then you swirl it around and it's perfect. This makes the perfect consistency. I really like it. As far as formula goes, I don't really notice a difference with this versus water. So, I mean, water's already available, you know what I mean? So you don't have to buy this, but for me personally, this has been really nice to just have sitting on my desk. I don't have to get up, go get water for my liner. So I'm really happy with this as well so far. Moving on now to eyeshadow. I decided to narrow it down to 3 palettes. First of all, has to be the Ensley Rain Harvest Moon. I am obsessed with this. I took this on my trip to Colorado with me. I've worn this so many times. I know I've done looks on YouTube and IG Reels, and I think I want to try to use this again soon. It's just hard because I have so many things that I'm trying to test out and play with, but in theory, I'd like to play with this again with you guys soon. We'll see if it ends up happening, but I love this. It is beautiful. They sent me this palette and I'm so impressed with it. It was my first time trying this brand. They sent me this alongside the Flower Moon and I'm loving both of them, but this one just stole my heart. The shimmers are incredible. I love these grungy muted mattes. It is just so incredibly beautiful. And I'm so happy they sent this over to me. I think it's absolutely stunning. And it's a pricey palette for sure, but this is definitely a great one in my opinion. I think the shades are just so pretty. I could just stare at this all day. It's so stinking pretty. The shades, like Wishful Thinking, for instance, has little like holographic reflex in it. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on camera, but there's just so many cool shades in here. I'm obsessed. Next up, the one that I'm wearing right now is the Unearthly Cosmetics Sorceress Smoke. I really, really like this palette. It's so moody and delicious. I've used quite a few of the shades at this point. I might have used all of them actually, except for this one. And I don't think I put this one on my eyes yet either, but it's beautiful. I think this palette is so good. I've played with this on YouTube and Instagram, and it's just so beautiful. I love these murky, smoky tones. I love the shimmers in here. They have really pretty, like special shimmers in them. Like when I look really close at them, there's like different reflex going on. It's just a stunning palette. I feel like it's the perfect combination of grungy and glamorous. And I'm very, very impressed with it. It's honestly maybe one of my favorites they've done. There's just something about it that really appeals to me. And finally, last palette I have to talk about is the Halloween Town palette from Melt Cosmetics in Nightmare Before Christmas. It's so stinking cute. It absolutely gives me Sally vibes. It is just like the perfect representation of like her coloring with the ragdoll energy and stuff like that. I've seen some people say that the colors are representative of like Oogie Boogie's like casino layer with all the colors going on. To me, it's not quite that. That's a lot more neon in my opinion, but this does scream Sally to me and I love that. I think this is really pretty. I personally love Melt Cosmetics. They're one of my favorite brands and I'm super excited about this one. And yes, I have seen the Christmas Town collection. If you didn't know, they did a Halloween Town collection and they just announced they're doing a Christmas Town collection. I believe the collection itself launches on November 1st and you better believe I'm buying the palette, so stay tuned. I will have looks as soon as I can, and I do plan on doing a bingo with both palettes as well, so just stay tuned. I'm very excited. I honestly might even like the Christmas one more than the Halloween Town. There's just the most gorgeous murky greens and those rich purples and the reds. I can't wait to play with it. It's gonna be so much fun. Moving on, back to clothing. I know I mentioned this shirt from Not Your Average Babe, which is super, super cute. I think it's adorable, the little Franken My Little Pony, but I wanted to shout out this crew neck that I bought. I know it's not going to be relevant to most people since Halloween's like about to be over when this video goes up, but if you're like me, you love spooky year round, and this brand caters to spooky year round. But it's the Sam's Rules of Halloween crew neck. We have wear a costume, hand out treats, never blow out a jack-o'-lantern, and always check your candy. I think this is just such a cute little crew neck. I love it. It's so soft. It's so cozy. I've been a customer of this brand for many years now, and I'm happy that like, I think over the last year they've given me an affiliate code, so you can use my code battybean to save on their site. If you feel like picking anything up, they're constantly launching new stuff. I'm ready for the spooky holiday stuff because I'm sure they're gonna launch some, and I just think it's such a fun brand. As always, everything I talk about today will be linked down below, as long as any codes if I have any. Moving on to some books. As always, I'm only gonna talk about like a standout favorite of mine because I don't wanna talk about all of my favorites because I'm about to film my reading wrap up, Get Ready With Me, so it would be super redundant. But the one standout one that I really wanna talk about my monthly favorites is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. It's just such a good book. This has been so hyped up for many months now. I actually tried to buy this in person when I was book shopping back in July for my birthday, but you could not get this in person. It was like sold out everywhere. And I was planning on buying it like now, like right around now, because the second book launches next month in November. I already pre-ordered it, don't you worry. But Allie Dawson actually gifted this to me. She was like, I have an extra one, take it. And I'm so thankful, so thank you, Allie. I gobbled this up, I read it so fast, easily a 5-star read for me. It was such a fun fantasy world. It's like a college where these people go to train to be dragon riders. Very high stakes. People die all the time. There's dragons and fighting and a little bit of romance, and it's just all such a fun time. It ended on such a cliffhanger, and like, I'm glad that I read this close to the next book launching because I need more right now, so I'm glad I don't have to wait too long. I'm so excited for the second book. I hope it is just as good as the first one, if not better. I loved everything about this. I think it is so worth the hype in my opinion. Moving on, I have some music favorites. It's very not often that I branch out of my music comfort zone. I'm such a creature of habit. I listen to the things I like to listen to. It's rare that I branch out and listen to new things, just because, I don't know, I like my comfort zone. And I also don't listen to music all the time. Like, I'm not someone who's constantly listening to music, because I also really enjoy having like podcasts or YouTube videos on as background noise, so it's not always music, but I do have some new music favorites. First being Olivia Rodrigo's Guts album. It is such a good album. I saw somebody post that Olivia Rodrigo's music is for teenagers in their 20s, and I'm like, I actually understand what that means. Somehow that makes sense. But it's such a good album. I think the songs are a good mixture of funny and angsty, and some are more solemn and like sad girl pop. I think Olivia Rodrigo is great, and I've been loving her Guts album. And also, even though it's only just come out today, I've already listened to it 3 times all the way through, but 1989 Taylor's version is out now. I have been loving all the re-releases of her albums. I'm so happy for her getting to do this and own her stuff again. I am so excited, and 1989 Taylor's version is so good. I don't even know if I have a favorite of the vault tracks. It's just all so good. I feel like the sounds in all of the remakes of the songs are so dynamic. It's just such a good album, and now that this one's out, I'm going to be impatiently waiting for her to announce Reputation Taylor's version. I'm so ready for the re-release of Reputation, and those vault songs are gonna be so good. You already know. I can't wait. I've been listening to 1989 though nonstop, like literally on my iPad right now is 1989. I was on like my, I think 4th run through of the soundtrack as I was getting ready today. So 1989 Taylor's version, love that, so excited. And I guess on the topic of Taylor Swift, Eras Tour movie, fan-freaking-tastic. I chatted about it in a vlog when I saw the Eras Tour movie, and now I saw Eras Tour in person in Tampa, and it was absolutely incredible, life-changing, such a good experience. This movie was so perfect. It was such a well-made production. The sounds were amazing. Like, I want all of those live versions like on Spotify. Like, please and thank you, Taylor. Begging for it. Zane joined me for the movie. He wasn't able to go to the concert because I went with friends, but he loved the movie as well. Getting to see her so up close, getting to see all the backup dancers doing their thing so up close. I don't understand how they got the shots of her that they got. I feel like it was better than my eyesight. It was just such a fun experience. If you didn't get to go to the tour and you're like debating going to the movie, please go to the movie. It was so worth it, so much fun. I would go again, honestly. My mom had mentioned like wanting to see it when it comes out on streaming, and I was like, I feel like you need to see this like in the theater. So if she ends up wanting to do that, I will happily go again. It was such a fun time. It was nice seeing like people getting all dressed up and having fun. Our personal theaters, people aren't acting crazy. Like, people are singing and like kind of dancing, but nobody's being like disrespectful or obnoxious. I don't know how it is theater to theater, but mine personally was a super fun, just happy experience, getting to share that with a room full of people who are also just as excited and happy. And yeah, I think that says it all for this October favorites. October truly flew by. I can't believe it's over. I love spooky season. I am itching for spooky season year round, obviously. If you know me at all, you know. But especially once it hits like May, June, July, like all I want to do is get through the summer to get back to spooky season. I fully deck my house out in actual Halloween. Spooky year round, don't get me wrong, but actual Halloween goes up August 1st, and I've been just absolutely loving it. I do love the holidays though, so I am excited that that's around the corner, but I am sad that spooky season's coming to an end. All the spooky snacks, all the pumpkin flavored things, all the spooky memorabilia everywhere, all the pumpkins in stores, being able to walk through a Home Goods and seeing jack-o'-lanterns just brings so much serotonin, and it's been a really good season. Sad that it's coming to an end, but happy that it was a good one. Again, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you love any of these that I mentioned as much as I do? What have been your favorites for the last month? Is there anything you're looking forward to going forward? I would just love to know. I've been hanging out with you every single day this month, posting a video every day in October, and there's still one more to come tomorrow, the final Halloween weekend vlog, and I'm just super excited. If you made it to the end of this video, leave your favorite Halloween related emoji, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot, and if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm battybean there as well. Also, feel free to subscribe. I've posted every single day in October. Again, a video is coming tomorrow as well, but normally I do post most days here as well. I think November 1st will also have a video if I'm not mistaken, so I'm still here all the time, just not all the time. Also, feel free to join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only get ready with me once a month. And now is a great time to join because you'll get to be part of the asking of like what you want to see in my members only get ready with me. I usually ask that question to my members on my community tab on the 1st. So now's a great time to join. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.